Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
And we have our very first corner. And the keeper beats it away. Club America have the chance to go the other way. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Mohamed Salah. And it could be right in! It's not a miss. Oh, he's and he's following up! There it is! The breakthrough strike! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up sipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Club America finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Truly a man who will pass the test of time. A finish right from the top draw. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Great defending, strong and determined. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Barella. Doué. Paz. He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. Now there's the header! Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Mbappe, over to the left. Now it's Mbappe, looking tidy in possession here. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. There's the shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. This looks promising. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Salah. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is on his own. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Great vision. Oh, no joy this time.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Across the quarter. Forlan. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, he's burst through. And the whistle goes for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's been won straight back. Rummenigge. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of room. And a chance! Really well taken goal. Now it's Mbappe. Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and he's being shifted off it. And that has put paid to that. Knocks it into space. Oh, there's the clearance. And back to the goalkeeper. Alexander-Arnold. Barella. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Club America needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Big chance! Real chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Club America have their second corner now. Barella, who's short. And the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, now it's shot at goal! Paz is onto this. Vitinha, and he's managed to takes a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Vitinha can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Paz. Doué. And this is Raul. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. That is a great pick out. And he's picked it up out wide. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. He's going to be disappointed with that.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
It's Salah! Off the post! Doué.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well measured.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Raul. Might be danger here. Danger averted for now. And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they have. Noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van de Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt his career. But there's nobody really capable of outrunning him.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's taking no chances there. Vitinha. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, it's
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's on his way.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Chance to deliver. Still goalless at the moment. Floated through. This is Owen. Kirkchu. This looks is having a shot! And it's hoisted clear. It's a sharp pass. Now it's Forlan. Rummenigge, a player of legendary status. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, super ball. And the keeper's done brilliantly to thwart him.
I just thought he showed a little too much of it to the keeper, but I think he read the situation very well.
Owen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's a little off target. It's a lovely, neat pass. Bergkamp. And there's green grass ahead of him. Forlan. Vitinha. Oh, good spread. He has found the way. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Haz really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. It's a mighty effort. That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bergkamp.
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
He might be in here. Can he finish? Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half...
Owen! Superb goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
Santos have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Tries a shot! Doué. And they can counter here. Can he get it through? Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Mbappe! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Santos clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than...
He's having a go! Alvarez gets flagged offside.
Number 19, Alvarez.
It's a searching pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Alvarez. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Jordan Henderson, and he was quick to react. Oh, he's onto this. It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
No, that was never going to make it. Ball's gone astray. Now it's Forlan. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's intervened well there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Rummenigge. 4 added minutes on the board. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that's well spotted. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope. So bring it on. Hike expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see. And that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. The Kitolada is onto it. Messi! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come early. Chance! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Giuseppe certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Best chance for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Good ball, good take. Well read, and the danger is averted. Can he get it through? That looks a good ball through. Batistuta gets through on his own. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Mateus. Rummenigge. Mohamed Salah.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Giuseppe have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
De Bruyne. And he was quick to react. De Bruyne is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Real chance! He scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
That has... And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stem the tide, they're equalising, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Chouameni has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's a key interception. Face to face with the... And the shot! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Good to pay, get themselves into the lead. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is a great pick out. So much to... And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
And he's there to retrieve it. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's well spotted.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And Messi! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Rummenigge. Now it's Forlan.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And claimed it back swiftly. Well, there's the clearance. Mateus. And that's been intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Mateus. Messi! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
The Steppe are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Good to pay, 2 up and into a position of real strength.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
That's pretty clear, it is a foul. Van der Ven has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
That is good alertness. Costa Curta. Oh, that's clever. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, smashing header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
There will be 5 minutes.
5 minutes to add. And here's Mohamed Salah. Crunching tackle. And he thumps it clear. That'll be a throw-in. That's a throw. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Mateus. And that will be the final act. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled
today's
out all the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed.
He's going for goal! Mbappe! Magnificent! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So, a breakthrough already.
Oh, good ball! Mohamed Salah really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, it's a promising build-up.
Mohamed Salah really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And he cuts out a supply. Tevez can see things others simply cannot. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Velvet and the shot! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this. And
It's Salah! He has done it! They have pulled themselves right back into it.
well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
After 33 minutes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from the big game.
And it's Vitinha. Vitinha. Forlan. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well read. Nice interception. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Vitinha. Tevez. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There will be one minute added time.
Rummenigge, who does have an assist to his name. Spread out to the left. Back into the middle. And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Serginho has given away a free kick. Messi! Oh, the ball swept loose here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Oh, sweet feet.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Messi. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, he's had a shot! That's another chance! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Mbappe! Very nicely done. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's got away, and he's onside. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Well timed, excellent interception.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one, and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It's a searching pass. Tevez looking to get on the end of this. Nice control. Forlan. Oh, there's a probing ball. And this is Mohamed Salah. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Goes for a shot! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, And we should be in for something very special. The action has already started.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands out.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing.
It's Sheva, Andrei Shevchenko, poacher, predator, and punisher.
Tries to pass it through. Danger averted for now. And it's Vitinha. Knocks it out wide. And here's Mbappe. Lovely feet. Mbappe! And he's managed to get rid. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Mateus did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Mbappe. That's been cut out. Well played. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Mohamed Salah has got himself a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Forlan with a real chance here.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
He's gone direct. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Rummenigge! Just off target. It's their second corner of the game. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
So, third quarter of the game. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Rodri.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Mateus could move up a gear here. Rummenigge. That's a good ball out wide. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Important interception. Now, can they get it? The team's great visionary.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now, this could be a chance. Vitinha. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He can run onto that. He's in a great position here. And he's on, tries a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Forlan. Mbappe. And this is Shevchenko. He's having a shot! And he's done it!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time.
And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Shevchenko. Now that's well seen too. Maldini. Great vision. Robertson looking to hit the byline here. Cleared away.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the keeper beats it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Maldini. Rummenigge. Forlan. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Out for a throw. And he lines up a cross. Van der Ven gets it away. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He knew what was coming. That's the yellow card. Now it's Shevchenko. And he was quick to react. Threads one in. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, that's a key interception. Paz. Vitinha. Rodri. Now it's Vitinha. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Aims beyond the defence. Paz. And it's Salah. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Maldini in acres of space. Terrific header. It's a goal. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Indonesia are sitting pretty, 2-0 up. Decent chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that's it. That's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Jr., in some time. His favourite move is to receive the ball in a wide position, attract defenders his way, where he can turn them and just leave them behind and have a clean run at goal. He's a very tricky customer and getting better week by week.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Now it's Vinicius Jr. Probing pass. No, that's been intercepted. Rummenigge! It's in! That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So, a breakthrough already. It's full on! Looks to the other side. Rummenigge. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. So much time and tries a shot! And that has fair finished.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence. This looks promising.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Beckham. Rummenigge. This is Hazard. Oh, that's clever. Paz. Half an hour played now. Now it's Forlan. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And they're back on the ball again. Here's Petilla. And here's Mohamed Salah. Pedro Neto. He is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. And here's Mohamed Salah.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Great vision. Nice interception, well timed. That's an imaginative pass. And it's made its way to him. He is through here. Rummenigge was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Forlan, and that is expertly dealt with. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That's been cut out, well played. Rummenigge, a true great in every sense of the word. Played out to the right. It's come to nothing. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Takes a shot! And it's in! They have brought themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Just the keeper to beat. Casillas gets it clear and claimed it back swiftly. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that's a key interception. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, they've got it again.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Rummenigge. Now it's Forlan. Oh, no joy this time. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Forlan. Nicely aimed pass. Good ball, good take.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Looking for a runner. Rummenigge. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a win. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. While plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
Thinks about the shot. Pelé showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a dangerous... Shevchenko! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that's gone loose. Conte. Cannavaro. Dixon. Vitinha. Nicely aimed pass. Pass somewhat off target. Kagawa chasing after it. Shevchenko. It's anyone's ball now. Norway with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Robertson is short. And it's Carvajal. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Carvajal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Carvajal. He's tried one! And again! Rummenigge absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Now it's Shevchenko, and it's Scholes. He's shifting through the gears here. Robertson pulls it back. He's having a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Kagawa. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's having a go. He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third quarter of the game. That is a brilliant interception. He can get that clear. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Mohamed Salah. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Has receives it in a good position here. Cannavaro gets good distance on it. Kagawa. Kagawa wins the duel this time. Scholes. Looking for option. Shot a goal!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Denied by an instinctive save.
Scholes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this could be the final action of the first half. They've played it short. And this is Kante. Now the cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And there's the whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And the game has already resumed here. So neither side has yet broken through. Shevchenko. And it's been played through. Cleared without hesitation. Kukçu is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's managed to get rid. And here's Shevchenko. Kagawa. Great vision.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vitinha producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Scholes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Now it's Mohamed Salah. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Carvajal. And this is Kagawa. Oh, shooting! Oh, it's come off the upright. Danger averted for now. And here's Shevchenko. Kagawa. And he's in on goal. Oh, what a climb! Sticks it away! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
He watched it all the way, and the finish would shoot! Really well taken goal. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Norway are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Right, Shevchenko. Oh, he's found support out wide. Robertson is wide and looking to get up. He rises! Relentless! Just relentless!
The goal scored for Norway.
And the lead is extended still further.
Number 9.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Norway are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that is that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.